there has been an evolution of standards and how we think about things, and it's important to kind of revisit that in your own life. I do not believe that art is so pure that you can never take it down. I think that monuments to public figures and what have you we should revisit them and make sure they're meaningful for our contemporary time and place. With this particular mural, the set of murals, what really shocked me was that folks were being apparently traumatized by the murals. And you know, I want to be open to that, and I want to be sensitive that that could in fact be happening. But I also want to then try to step back from it and say, well, what would be the rule that we adopt if we simply go with that one response to the murals? I mean, are we going to impose a rule that says whenever a group of us are traumatized by something that we're going to tear that down?
Controversies, especially when, you know, we have so many differences of religion, of gender, languages, nationalities, we will always have conflict. But conflict could be resolved this way, with that dialogue, getting out of our bubbles and talking to each other. Violence, on the other hand, delays the resolution of conflict. But when the resolution of conflict happens, that's what I would understand as progress. That's when we move ahead. And art controversies are an opportunity to create dialogue.
We want our history told. We want the story of what happened to us told. And this gives us a great chance to do that. But as soon as we throw something on that picture, 2 years from now it'll be over. No one will be talking about it. But we have a chance to talk about it for a long time.
In terms of the murals at George Washington High School, there needs to be explanation. And, in fact, there needs to be the contrary point of view. The murals stand for themselves. The murals tell the story that he wanted to tell. Yes, it's subjective, but they tell, to my mind, the truth. And of course, if there's a contrary feeling, there should be a contrary point of view on an explanatory label. But the way you get through to the public, the way you educate them, is through education, not through censorship.
Sometimes there are schools that have murals, great murals, and they don't know what they mean because the words have gotten lost. So I like the idea of having like some kind of a plaque or something that gives a description of the mural that's right next to it so people can actually read it right there.
And I was told that they were going to use the murals as a way of introducing students to the curriculum of the school, because I made it clear that they should take the key that I made to explain my murals, and that they should use the history that Arnatov articulated to make an explanation for his murals, and that it should be permanently placed in a plaque or something like that. And they ignored that.
This particular conversation is very one-sided. There's an agenda, there is bias, and in a lot of your arguments there have been dismissals, multiple. And it's very aggressive in using civility politics to silence voices. It is not a safe space here. 50 years, why haven't the students in that school been educated about it in the way that we keep hypothesizing and projecting? Do it. But at first, can you honor truth and history of this space and place? Indigenous protocol has always taught myself and my Indigenous community members that you should always recognize the land that you are on and recognize that there is a history, a long-held history of Indigenous peoples who are stewards of these lands since time immemorial, whose voices and perspectives deserve an opportunity to be presented. Thank you.
Would anyone like to speak?